On your screens now, you can see the franchise of Romeo Lane, which has restaurants in various cities of India and has been expanding and rising ever since it started. The man on the right is one of the co-owners of this mega franchise called Romeo Lane. His name is Sourabh Luthra, and today we will take a deeper look at the two co-owners of this company. Hello and welcome to another episode of Deep Dive brought to you by NewsX. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. Sourabh Luthra and Gaurav Luthra are the two brothers who own the franchise of Romeo Lane. These restaurants are up and running in many parts of this country. There are about 60 locations, and let's now break it down. The Romeo Lane franchise is open under different names in many places, starting of course from Delhi and breaking it down even further. It's operational in civil lines, Noida, Greater Noida, Shalimar Bagh, Gurugram, Rohini and more just in Delhi. Going further, it's also open in Agra, Meerut, Dehradun, Karnal, Raipur, Goa, of course Patna, Lucknow, Zirakpur, Nagpur, Mohali as well as Kanpur. The franchise was also in the process of being opened in Bhopal, Mathura as well as more. The Romeo Lane Hospitality recently opened its doors in Dubai as well. Now, the massive fire which reduced the upscale Birch by Romeo Lane nightclub in Goa's Arpora to ashes was a moment of irreparable sorrow and overwhelming distress. In the words of Sourabh Luthra himself, the blaze killed 25 people, 20 staff members and 5 tourists and injured 6 others. Luthra on Monday had said the nightclub's management was deeply shaken by the scale of the loss. The management expressed profound grief and is deeply shaken by the tragic loss of lives resulting from the unfortunate incident at Birch, he said in a statement posted on Instagram. Well, Sourabh Luthra is a gold medalist engineer who turned into a promising and fastest growing restaurateur with so many outlets of its franchise open and growing. He's previously also been featured on Forbes India and is listed as the chairman of Romeo Lane. On the Forbes article, he's been named to redefine India's hospitality landscape with vision as well as velocity. Forbes gave this award to him because they classified him as a restaurateur who took a creative eye paired with an iron will to build a hospitality brand that resonates across cultures and cities. Sourabh and Gaurav Luthra are brothers and the co-owners of this franchise Romeo Lane. They've opened multiple clubs and restaurants under different names, even though several of their outlets have been shut down over the years. Sourabh and Gaurav were reportedly set to launch another club in the next coming days in Gaur city of Noida. So far, though, their Goa club was considered their largest and most successful venture until this catastrophic fire destroyed it. Well, Sourabh also reportedly owns a residential property in Dubai. He's also posted some hints on his social media page on Instagram about opening the next franchise in London as well. In a mere 6 years, ever since the two brothers opened their first outlet in Civil Lines, Delhi, they've opened about 60 outlets of their Romeo Lane franchise, and until a few days ago, they were in the process of expanding even further and opening many more. Not just this, but they also opened another outlet in Goa itself called Kaha by Romeo Lane, which is in Anjuna, Goa, and Kaha is also opened in Dehradun as well. Kaha is called in fact as a cafe and bar. The duo Gaurav and Sourabh opened as many as 60 outlets in a span of the last 6 years. Ever since their first in Delhi, this boom in business augmented their network. Over the years, they have been spotted with many famous restaurateurs with similar successful chains. Apart from this, they've also been clicked with other high-profile names in the entertainment industry, such as Vicky Kaushal, Jacqueline Fernandez and Ori. This only goes to show how far their networking was and the connections they built along the way, allowing them to expand their space in this industry. The duo has also been recognized a lot over the past few years with many accolades for their stride in hospitality. They won the Times Hospitality Awards for iconic nightlife chain in Delhi, iconic resto bar with terrace. They've also received an award from Times of India for best nightclub as well as Times Hospitality. Icons awarded them with an iconic nightlife chain award, which his brother Gaurav was there to collect. Both brothers' mobile phones are now switched off and police are tracking their possible digital movements through social media trails as well as other electronic identifiers. The brothers are now facing an FIR under multiple sections of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sahita. In fact, Indian authorities have confirmed that the two brothers Sourabh and Gaurav Luthra boarded a flight to Phuket in Thailand shortly after the incident. This is the latest photograph that has surfaced of Sourabh from Thailand. ML Sharma, former Special Director CBI, is joining us now on the broadcast. ML Sharma, what do you make of the background of these two brothers, the co-owners of the restaurant club in Goa, which burned down and led to the death of multiple people? What do you make of their background, their connections, and of course their role of conspiracy in this crime?
The background has already been mentioned by you. Their rise has been very quick, and they seem to have acquired a lot of influence by hobnobbing with powerful people. But as far as crime is concerned, it's most dastardly, resulting in the death of 25 innocent people, including entire family from Delhi. But they are very foolish to have absconded from the country. They should have remained in the country and surrendered before the authorities and faced the consequences. Because I'm very clear that their escape is not going to last long. Whatever country they are, of course, now the papers say that they have flown to Thailand, and maybe from there they migrate to another country, but they're too well known. The photographs have appeared in the newspapers. In any case, such incidents take place elsewhere also, but therefore all countries cooperate in these matters. In any case, with Thailand, if they are there, and I hope they are there, our relations are very good, and soon we'll seek the extradition, or maybe the government deports them back to India. So the most important aspect about this case is that they were running outfit without any license. You see, even in licensed clubs, things happen. Not only in India, but they happen abroad also. But it was totally unlicensed. And my information is that the local police station, that is Anjuna police station, had issued notice to them, but because the influence with the senior police officers, they ignored that notice and continued with their so-called business activity. And of course, since it was unlicensed club, no fire norms are followed. I want to tell your viewers that there's a building code formulated by the central government. Now, building code also provides for fire safety. Fire safety means
Right.
the places where fire hydrants will be placed, fire extinguishers will be placed, escape routes, and so on and so forth. Nothing was there in this.
Okay. Okay. And Mr. Sharma, do you believe the fact that, they fled in this manner does expose their guilt in a manner? And also big questions as to how they were allowed to leave the country.
See, the time was too short. The police, as per news reports, got information at about midnight, and they were clever. From there, they flew to Delhi, and from Delhi to they took a flight to uh, their present destination. So, police can't be blamed for their escape because they're too clever. But police certainly has to be blamed for what happened.
All right, Emil Sharma, appreciate you joining us with your perspective on that story.